Have you ever found yourself wide awake at 3 a.m., staring at the ceiling, the quiet hum of the house feeling impossibly loud, wondering why your body decided it was time to start the day, hours before the sun even thought about rising? It's a frustrating, often lonely experience. Isn't it 1 minute you're dreaming peacefully? The next, your eyes snap open, and suddenly, your mind is racing, replaying worries, planning tomorrow's tasks, or just counting the minutes until the alarm finally goes off. You lie there, feeling that familiar dread creep in, knowing the exhaustion you'll face the next day, the fog in your brain, the struggle to concentrate. It feels like a mystery, something that just happens as we get a little older, doesn't it? But what if I told you the answer isn't as simple as needing the bathroom or just getting old? What if it's something surprisingly common, something many of us do without even realizing it, something that silently hijacks our precious sleep? Night after night in this video, we're going to uncover the true, often overlooked reasons behind those frustrating 3 a.m. wake-up calls. We'll look at simple, actionable habits you can adopt right now that will help you sleep more soundly, stay asleep longer, and wake up feeling truly refreshed. Stick with me until the very end, because what I'm about to share might truly surprise you and change your nights forever. Let's dive right into the first crucial piece of the puzzle, one that often catches people off guard because it involves something so fundamental: what and when you eat, especially in the evening. Many of us don't realize how deeply our dinner plate influences our midnight sleep. Think about it, your body is a complex machine. And just like any engine, what you put into it, and when, affects its performance, especially when it's trying to wind down for the night. One of the biggest culprits for that 3 a.m. wake-up is often an imbalance in your blood sugar. If you eat a large, heavy meal, or a meal rich in refined carbohydrates and sugars too close to bedtime, your blood sugar can spike dramatically. Your body then works overtime to bring it down, sometimes causing it to dip too low a few hours later, around, you guessed it, 3 a.m., when your blood sugar drops too low. Your body's natural stress response kicks in. It releases hormones like cortisol and adrenaline to raise your blood sugar back up. And these hormones are designed to wake you up and get you moving, not to keep you peacefully asleep. It's like an internal alarm bell, ringing loudly in the middle of the night. So, what can you do? The key is to shift your evening meal timing and composition. Aim to eat dinner at least 3 to 4 hours before you plan to go to bed. This gives your digestive system ample time to process the food and stabilize your blood sugar before you lie down. And as for what to eat, focus on a balanced meal that includes lean protein, healthy fats, and plenty of fiber from vegetables. Think baked salmon with roasted broccoli, or a hearty lentil soup with a side of whole grain bread. Avoid large portions of pasta, white rice, sugary desserts, or anything fried right before bed. These foods are notorious for causing those blood sugar roller coasters. Even seemingly healthy options like a big bowl of fruit can be problematic if consumed too late, as the natural sugars can still trigger a blood sugar spike. Instead, if you absolutely need a snack before bed, opt for something small and balanced, like a few nuts, a small piece of cheese, or a spoonful of almond butter. These provide a steady release of energy and can help keep your blood sugar stable throughout the night. It's a simple adjustment, but its impact on your sleep can be profound. Beyond what's on your dinner plate, let's talk about those tempting evening sips. Many of us enjoy a cup of coffee later in the day or a glass of wine to wind down, but these seemingly harmless habits are often stealthy culprits behind your 3 a.m. awakenings. Let's start with caffeine. It's not just in coffee. It's also in tea, chocolate, many soft drinks, and even some over-the-counter medications. Caffeine is a stimulant, and its effects can linger in your system for much longer than you might think. For some people, caffeine can stay in their system for up to 10 hours or even more. That morning cup might be fine, But that afternoon pick-me-up or after-dinner espresso could be actively preventing you from reaching the deep, restorative stages of sleep that your body desperately needs. It might not prevent you from falling asleep initially, but it disrupts the quality of your sleep, making you more prone to waking up during lighter sleep cycles, often right around that 3 a.m. mark. The solution here is straightforward, but it takes discipline. Cut off all caffeine intake by early afternoon, ideally by 2 or 3 p.m. at the latest. This gives your body enough time to clear it from your system before bedtime. Experiment with how early you need to cut it off. Everyone's metabolism is a little different. Now, let's address alcohol. A glass of wine or a nightcap often feels like it helps you relax and fall asleep faster, doesn't it? And initially, it might. Alcohol is a sedative, so it can make you drowsy. However, as your body metabolizes the alcohol, typically in the second half of the night, it actually rebounds and disrupts your sleep architecture. Alcohol fragments your sleep, suppressing REM sleep, which is crucial for memory consolidation and emotional regulation, and making you more likely to wake up. It also acts as a diuretic, meaning it makes you need to use the bathroom more frequently, which can certainly contribute to those 3 a.m. wake-up calls. Plus, as the sedative effects wear off, your body can experience a mild withdrawal, leading to an increase in heart rate and body temperature, both of which are not conducive to sound sleep. The actionable step here is to limit or ideally avoid alcohol altogether in the evenings, especially in the hours leading up to bedtime. If you do choose to have a drink, make it earlier in the evening and keep it to a minimum. Swapping your evening drink for a calming herbal tea, like chamomile or lavender, can offer a much more beneficial path to a peaceful night. Understanding what you put into your body and when is just the beginning. Now, let's explore something equally powerful: how your daily routine, especially as the sun sets, influences your sleep. Next on our list of surprising sleep saboteurs is something that's become an inseparable part of modern life: light, especially the kind that comes from our screens. You might think dim lights or your phone screen are harmless before bed, but they can be a major factor in your 3 a.m. wake-up calls. Our bodies are incredibly attuned to light and darkness. This internal clock, known as your circadian rhythm, relies on light signals to know when to be awake and when to be asleep. Natural daylight helps set this clock, signaling to your brain that it's time to be alert. Conversely, darkness signals that it's time to release melatonin, the hormone that makes you feel sleepy and helps you stay asleep. The problem arises when we expose ourselves to artificial light, particularly blue light emitted by smartphones, tablets, computers, and even LED televisions, late into the evening. This blue light mimics daylight and essentially tells your brain, it's still daytime. Don't release that melatonin, even if you feel tired enough to fall asleep. This suppression of melatonin means your sleep won't be as deep or restorative, making you much more prone to waking up during lighter sleep cycles. Like that dreaded 3 a.m. slot, your body literally doesn't have enough of the natural sleep-inducing hormones it needs to keep you out cold. So, what's the fix? Start by dimming the lights in your home as evening approaches. Use warmer-toned light bulbs in your bedroom and living areas. Most importantly, establish a strict screen curfew. Aim to put away all electronic devices, phones, tablets, laptops, and even the TV at least 1 to 2 hours before you plan to go to bed. Use that time instead for calming activities like reading a physical book under a soft lamp, listening to gentle music, doing some light stretching, or engaging in quiet conversation. If you absolutely must use a screen in the evening for health monitoring or an urgent task, consider using blue light filtering glasses or activating the night shift or warm light settings on your devices, which reduce the blue light emission. It's a small change in habit, but the difference in your melatonin production and subsequent sleep quality can be truly significant. Now, let's talk about the silent saboteur that often strikes when everything else is quiet: your mind. If you've ever woken up at 3 a.m. and found your brain suddenly wide awake, replaying worries, planning tomorrow's tasks, or just engaging in general mental chatter, you're experiencing what's often called middle-of-the-night insomnia or mind racing. This isn't just random. It's deeply connected to our stress levels and how we manage our thoughts during the day and leading up to bedtime. When we're busy all day, our minds are constantly engaged, problem-solving, multitasking. We often don't give ourselves dedicated time to process worries or clear our mental inbox. So, when the world quiets down and we're no longer distracted, our brains seize the opportunity to work through all those unprocessed thoughts and anxieties, often picking the exact moment when our sleep is naturally lighter. Around 3 a.m., it's as if your brain has been waiting for the quiet, calm of the night to start its own noisy internal conference call. And once that mental chatter starts, it can be incredibly difficult to switch it off and fall back to sleep. The cortisol from blood sugar issues, the stimulating effects of late-day caffeine, or even insufficient deep sleep can prime your brain to be more easily activated by these thoughts. To combat this, you need to create a mental wind-down routine. One highly effective technique is what I call a worry dump journal. About an hour or two before bed, take out a notebook and simply write down everything that's on your mind, your worries, your to-do list for tomorrow, any lingering thoughts or frustrations. Get it all out onto the paper. This simple act can help offload your mental burden, effectively telling your brain, "Okay, I've got this handled. You don't need to work on it now." Another powerful tool is practicing mindfulness or gentle meditation. Even 5 to 10 minutes of deep breathing exercises or a guided meditation before bed can calm your nervous system, slow down your thoughts, and prepare your mind for restful sleep. Focus on your breath, feeling it rise and fall, gently bringing your attention back whenever your mind wanders. This trains your brain to disengage from racing thoughts and to settle into a more peaceful state. Remember, your mind needs a wind-down routine just as much as your body does. Finally, we often overlook the crucial role of daytime movement and natural light exposure in achieving deep, uninterrupted sleep. Our bodies are wired for movement. They thrive on it. If we spend most of our days sedentary, indoors, or with limited physical activity, it can actually make it harder to fall asleep and stay asleep. Regular, moderate physical activity during the day helps to build up sleep drive, the body's natural need for sleep. When you're physically active, your body works harder, your muscles are engaged, and at the end of the day, your system is more prepared for restorative rest. Think about how truly exhausted you feel after a day of gardening or a long walk. That's your body's natural sleep drive kicking in. However, the timing of your exercise matters. Exercising too close to bedtime can be counterproductive, as it raises your body temperature and can be stimulating, making it harder to wind down. Aim for your most vigorous exercise in the morning or early afternoon, leaving at least 3 to 4 hours before you plan to go to sleep. Even a brisk walk for 30 minutes in the morning or early afternoon can make a significant difference. Coupled with movement, natural light exposure is a non-negotiable for healthy sleep. We talked about artificial light at night, but what about sunlight during the day? Our circadian rhythm, that internal clock, is primarily set by exposure to natural light, especially in the morning. Getting outside, even for just 15-30 minutes of natural light exposure early in the day, signals to your brain that it's daytime, helping to regulate your sleep-wake cycle. It suppresses melatonin production during the day, which in turn helps ensure a robust release of melatonin when evening arrives. Many people, especially as they get older, spend more time indoors, inadvertently disrupting this vital natural cue. Make it a habit to step outside first thing in the morning, even if it's just to sit on your porch or balcony, drink your coffee, or take a short walk. Open your curtains wide as soon as you wake up. This consistent exposure to natural light reinforces your body's understanding of day and night, making it easier for you to fall asleep when it's dark and stay asleep through the night. Our bodies are wired for movement and light. If we're sedentary and indoors all day, it's like our internal clock gets a little confused about when it's truly nighttime. We've covered some incredibly powerful, yet often overlooked, reasons behind those frustrating 3 a.m. wake-up calls. We've explored how the timing and composition of your evening meal can disrupt your blood sugar and pull you out of sleep. The sneaky, long-lasting effects of late-day caffeine and alcohol that fragment your rest, and the profound impact of artificial blue light from screens on your body's natural melatonin production. We've also delved into the surprising role of your busy, often anxious mind, which chooses the quiet of the night to process all the day's worries, and the fundamental importance of daytime movement and natural light exposure in setting your internal clock for deep, uninterrupted sleep. It's clear now, isn't it? It's rarely just one thing. The shocking answer often lies not in some mysterious medical condition, but in the cumulative effect of these subtle, seemingly harmless daily habits that are silently hijacking your precious sleep. Night after night, your body is trying to tell you something important about imbalances, not just randomly waking you. It's giving you a warning signal. And the truly surprising part is how much control you actually have to address these signals through simple, actionable changes. It might seem like a lot to take in, but please don't feel overwhelmed. Think of these not as strict rules you must adhere to perfectly, but as gentle adjustments you can gradually incorporate into your life. Remember, small changes, consistently applied, can make a profound difference to your sleep and overall well-being. Start with just 1 or 2 of these suggestions that resonate most with you, and stick with them for a few weeks before adding more. Perhaps it's cutting off caffeine a little earlier, or swapping your late-night snack for something lighter, or making a point to get outside for a morning stroll. Be patient and kind to yourself. There will be nights that aren't perfect, and that's absolutely fine. The goal is progress, not perfection. You are not doomed to sleepless nights. Your body is capable of healing and adapting, especially when given the right tools and attention. I've heard from so many of you who thought you were just destined for fragmented sleep, only to find incredible relief from making just a few of these tweaks. Imagine waking up feeling truly refreshed, ready to embrace the day with energy and clarity, instead of that familiar dread. That's the power these changes hold. I'd love to hear from you. Have you experienced these 3 a.m. wake-ups? What have you found helps you the most? Or what's one new habit you're going to try after watching this video? Share your insights, your struggles, and your successes in the comments below. Your experience could be just what someone else needs to hear to find their own path to better sleep. If this video resonated with you, and you found these tips helpful, please give it a thumbs up. It truly helps us reach more people who might be struggling just like you. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more practical advice and empowering insights to live your best life, no matter your age. Remember, every new day is an opportunity to nurture yourself. You deserve restful, restorative sleep, the kind that recharges your mind, rejuvenates your body, and lifts your spirit. Embrace these insights. Be patient with yourself, and celebrate every small victory on your journey to better sleep. You are capable of so much, and a well-rested you is an even more vibrant, joyful, and capable you. Live your best life at every age, sweet dreams. And I'll see you in the next video.